The FDA would say no. So I think it is, and we've seen this in the triple negative setting with immune therapy, that the health authorities want to see the translation.
So coming back to the PCR, is that a meaningful enough endpoint to change care? Of course, the event-free survival is not, mature enough to know what strategies
well,
the best.
I think the FDA would say no. So I think it is, and we've seen this in the triple negative setting with immune therapy, that the health authorities want to see the translation of PCR benefits into event-free survival benefits. And they've shown through their own cortisol meta-analysis and other similar studies with thousands and thousands of patients that PCR is very highly correlated with event-free survival. But at the present time, drugs are not being approved based on PCR alone. So I do think we need to see that data.
When you have a patient that you're giving neoadjuvant chemotherapy to, how are you using their PCR rates? Are you using RCB scoring? How are you using that?
Our pathologists, after, again, immune therapy in the triple negative setting, where the maximum benefit was observed in those patients who had RCB2, in response to that data, our pathologists did start scoring RCB in their pathology reports as part of a standard of care for all of our patients. It's a great tool. Of course, we don't know up front when we're making these decisions who's going to have a residual cancer burden and who won't. So we definitely need some biomarkers to better predict responses. But we don't have those today. So it really only makes a difference for me in terms of adjuvant systemic therapy decisions. So if a patient had a 5-centimeter tumor to start out with nodal involvement, and then has 1 millimeter of residual disease, I might think about that patient very differently than if they had 4 centimeters of residual disease and node positive disease. So I think these are becoming increasingly nuanced discussions. I actually had a patient the other day who, I couldn't believe it, RCB, she was RCB2, but had 16 lymph nodes involved, but her primary tumor had completely responded. And so primary tumor size is actually a big part of the RCB score. So it was shocking to me that someone with 16 positive lymph nodes could have an RCB score of only 2. I would have expected.
Yes, I do feel like residual in lymph nodes is a high-risk situation, especially that many.
Yeah. So it's a good tool, but it's not a perfect tool. And again, because we don't have any predictors of RCB, I don't think having that insight has changed my practice as of yet. But information is power, and the more information we can get, I think the better decisions that we make downstream.